You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. As Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. Today, Donald Trump tweeted this. Go to my iPad. New York City is cutting police money by $1 billion, and yet the mayor is going to paint a big, expensive yellow Black Lives Matter sign on Fifth Avenue, denigrating this luxury avenue. This will further antagonize New York's finest, who love New York and vividly remember the horrible BLM chant, pigs in a blanket, fry 'em like bacon. Maybe our great police, who have been neutralized and scorned by a mayor who hates and disrespects them, won't let this symbol of hate be affixed to New York's greatest street. Spend this money fighting crime instead. This symbol of hate. This was the exchange between Kayleigh McEnany, the press secretary for Trump, as well as Jonathan Karl of ABC News about Black Lives Matter. Watch this.
Why is the president calling Black Lives Matter a symbol of hate?
Well, what the president was noting is that that symbol, when you look at some of the things that have been chanted by Black Lives Matter, like pigs in a blanket, fry 'em like bacon, that's not an acceptable phrase to paint on our streets. Look, he agrees that all Black Lives Matter, including that of Officer David Dorn, Patrick Underwood, two officers whose lives were tragically taken amid these riots. All Black lives do matter. He agrees with that sentiment. But what he doesn't agree with is an organization that chants pigs in a blanket, fry 'em like bacon about our police officers, our valiant heroes who are out on the street protecting us each and every day.
Americans of all races have protested in all 50 states around that phrase, Black Lives Matter, and the president is here calling it a symbol of hate?
He's talking about the organization. I would note to you that the greater New York BLM president has said if this country doesn't give us what we want, that we will burn down the system, and I could be speaking literally. I'd call that a pretty hateful statement.
Yes, Ben. He's not talking about the organization in his tweet. He says the words. Ben. He says the words. Black Lives Matter.
What's the name of the organization again?
Black Lives Matter.
There you go. You just answered my question. Go ahead, Ben.
Question on coronavirus.
All right, here's first of all, Mayor. Donald Trump and Kayleigh McEnany ain't got a damn clue what the hell Black Lives Matter is.
And you know, the unfortunate part is that most white people, including the individual and like-minded individuals like the one that painted over our beautiful mural in the street, don't want to know. They are willfully ignorant. And they're purposefully not trying to understand what this is all about. And we cannot, black people, do not be distracted by stupidity and willful ignorance of these people. It doesn't make sense. And that's all it is. And leaders, step up, stand up. We need you more than ever right now, especially black leaders. But the problem is they don't want to know, Roland. They want to be ignorant. They want to act like it's a symbol of hate. They don't want to feel it. And look, this is the deal. I told them this. Advance to the rear. We're okay with that. This change is happening, and we are not stopping. This momentum here that I have here in Moss Point, here in the state of Mississippi, we're going to keep pushing, and I'm going to keep galvanizing my people, white people and black people. We're going to keep bringing everybody to the table. We want to hear your voices because I want to identify the ones that we can't count on, but I want to make sure that we count the ones that we can.
Here's why
we need to move forward.
Here's why this is a joke, Tiffany. This is the actual chant. Well, folks, listen to this.
A disturbing turn. This from Minnesota. Watch.
Blanket, fry like bacon. Pigs in a blanket, fry like bacon. Pigs in a blanket, fry like bacon. Pigs in a blanket, fry like bacon.
This group marching at the state fair, chanting horrific things.
Tiffany, that was 5 years ago. That was one group of protesters. One group of protesters in Minneapolis who were I'm sorry, what did I just say? A group of protesters in Minneapolis? Where was George Floyd killed? In Minneapolis.
Wow, look at that.
Where was Philando Castile killed? In Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
But the fact that one group of protesters in Minneapolis 5 years ago, now the entire Black Lives Matter movement, they all believe this. Sit the hell down.
Here's my problem. My problem is, ironically, for the first time ever, I'm going to say Fox News got it right. And Roland, I've known you for years and been on your show. I've never said this. But 3 days ago, Fox News actually put up the demands, and they named the organization correctly. To be clear, the Movement for Black Lives is an organization. Black Lives Matter is the campaign, is the theme, is the people, is the hashtag. Fox News reported, and I have it right here. They said the Movement for Black Lives has 10 demands and then listed the demands correctly. Reparations, no bail, release all prisoners from jail, no death penalty, free education, free health care, defund the police, cut the military budget, redistribution of wealth, and publicly financed campaigns. So that, like the mayor said earlier, folks who don't want to know are going to continue to make up the lies that they want to believe in because they don't want to see it any other way. But the important thing is, if you have questions, we have this amazing tool that is available to everybody called Google. And all you got to do is Google Movement for Black Lives and investigate on their website, what are they actually calling and demanding for? And Fox News, for the first time, did that work and was able to clearly articulate what the demands are. I don't care what people were chanting 5 years ago. I don't care what the white people are chanting when they come out to the marches this year. What I care about is, what are the stances, the agenda, and the leadership demanding and working on to get for our communities? And as long as Donald Trump continues to dog whistle our communities, we're going to continue to see this narrative of fake lies and fake news because he wants to win in November 3rd, and he's mad that he's not going to.
And Mayor King, you have the Department of Homeland Security announcing they're sending rapid deployment teams across the country to protect Confederate statues. Well, ain't that something? How about you actually protect Black lives that are being lost, not a bunch of stone, Mayor?
They don't really care about us. They again, which is the reason that Tiffany, you said it, which is the reason for another reason for this movement. They're not trying to protect Black people. They're not trying to change policy, but they're mad and they're trying to deflect on all the things that are happening. But we got to be stronger. We must be more stronger when it comes down to these policies. We must put meaningful and intentional policies in place, and we cannot allow racist, ignorant people to change the way we feel or to change the way we react. And so, again, Tiffany, you've really killed me today. I just want to say thank you, but it's important. It's so vital that we
Black brother, hold on, Black brother. I don't want to kill you. I want to make sure you living and thriving in liberation. I don't want to kill nobody. Wait a minute, brother. Go ahead, Mr.
It's a figure of speech.
I love you. I don't want to kill my black kings. We're gonna keep you here. Go ahead.
But I appreciate that, Tiffany. You're right. I want you got me living, baby. But I want to say this. They take down the Confederate flag here. There is so much more work to be done in Mississippi. There are Confederate statues down on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. There's still only one Black mayor on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Out of all the CEOs on the Gulf Coast, there's only one Black one, and that's me, the mayor. There's not any. We have so much work to do when it comes down to making sure that Black lives actually matter here in the state of Mississippi. What's crazy is how openly stupid and how openly racist is that what we're seeing. If you just go to my Facebook page and just see the ignorance displayed by these white people and the threats that, oh, we got guns, we have this, we're going to kill him, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. They're not trying. You think any of them have protected me? Nobody but my police department. But do you think anybody have called? You think anybody have? No, they have allowed these people to be ignorant. But today, we get a call from the sheriff's department about this one white man who's upset because he decided to come and vandalize a painting that represented him and everybody else, and he was too ignorant to even see that. So it's so crazy what we see. His daughter, she called today, and you know what they're doing in Mississippi now? I got emails, I have Facebook posts. They want to remove Martin Luther King's name from all of the streets in the state of Mississippi. You know, wow. They have a petition going around. This is the type of stupidity that we're experiencing here on the ground in Mississippi since the Confederate statue. They're talking about the Medgar Evers Monument, burning down the house. All of these types of things are the things that are now being displayed and are actually being showcased on social media and the news. But you don't hear them talking about protecting Medgar Evers' house. You don't see them putting more security out there, but they want to put more security around a Confederate statue. I wish they would try to do some foolishness like that on this coast while I'm the mayor, because I promise you, you think that y'all have seen a movement, it will be one greater than you've ever seen. Because I'm a mayor that's going to speak up, and I'm a mayor that don't have an administrator. I am the manager. So I will make sure that we don't have foolishness like that. I'm not afraid of this stuff, and I think we need more leaders. Leadership is poor, and these people are listed. Every time Donald Trump says something stupid like Black Lives Matter is a symbol of hate, you give these idiots a platform to try to speak up and speak out, and they're stupid right behind them. They're following this idiot.
Right.
And that's not right.
Robert, here's the deal, Robert, here's the deal here. Donald Trump only has one card to play. It's not the economy. He can't do that. Axios, which, okay. They out with a report saying that he regrets following Jared Kushner and getting criminal justice reform because that's not going to get him any more votes. Donald Trump, his only card to play is white racial resentment.
Well, it's a tough spot to be in if you're the progressives within the Republican movement or even the moderates who want to get things done, because as President Trump has gone along, all of that African-American outreach has not worked. The same people who were at the Black People for Trump event 5 years ago were the same ones who were in Tulsa. The idea of getting more females on board with Ivanka Trump leading that campaign, that didn't work. The idea of getting more Latinos on board, that hasn't worked. Running on the economy has just fallen from under him because we realize that, guess what, the president does not control the economy, outside events do, and the stock market has nothing to do with how average Americans live. The stock market is hitting a record this week while nearly 50 million people are unemployed. So the president, I think, is falling to his most nativist instincts, keeping Stephen Miller around, Steve Bannon part of the party, that can only lead him to a place where we are arguing about Confederate statues instead of the unemployment rate.
Lauren, I just, again, watching this at play, I'm just sort of laughing at these people because, and I've been saying this for years, white fear, they cannot handle what's going on. It's driving them crazy, Lauren.
That's by the idea that they don't know what it means to deface something that says Black Lives Matter. The president doesn't really understand what he's doing. It's like the Drew Brees thing. Drew Brees knew what the phrase Black Lives Matter meant. They knew that whole ridiculousness about saying that you were attacking our military somehow had something to do with Colin Kaepernick kneeling. They know exactly what it means. The real statement here is that the fact that we are centering African Americans is bothersome to them says all you need to know about American history for the last 400 years. The fact that it is an outrageous statement to make that Black lives in fact matter, the fact that it was painted in front of Trump Tower in Manhattan, and the fact that the president equates that with some sort of a problem or some sort of a, something wrong with centering Black lives and saying they actually matter, says it all. And they understand exactly what it means. That's exactly the problem. And I love the fact that Jonathan Karl was able to say at the White House that, not only is it strange that the president is saying that, but in fact that the demonstrations that we're seeing are not just African Americans, it's other Americans as well. It's a diverse coalition out there. And of course, they can't get around that. That's even a tougher nut to crack because their cynical assumption, of course, is that everybody is racist like they are. Everybody tends to think that you think as I do, and Donald Trump has that mentality, and that's why he's going to lose in November.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Mark Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, folks, the folks at Ceek.com have an incredible offer for you folks. And these are these 360-degree 4D headphones that you can use for music, you can Bluetooth, you can for gamers, all that sort of stuff. Mary Spiel, the sister, she's actually the inventor of these headphones. Phenomenal. I love the sound of these. They also have the virtual reality headsets, which allow for you to actually watch VR virtual reality videos, 360-degree videos. You just simply pop your phone right into here. And then, of course, if you you can also go like YouTube has an app as well. that has a channel that deals with a lot of those VR ads. And so you can actually do all of that, folks. Check this out and pop it on. And guess what? Check out your virtual reality videos. Go to Ceek.com, 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 Ceek.com. Use this promo code right here, RMVIP2020, RMVIP2020 for a discount on these headphones. And then, of course, when you support them, you support this show, Roland Martin Unfiltered.